Speedrunning, completing a game in as fast of a time as humanly possible. Players have been speedrunning ever since the 3, 2, 1, go! Most games that are speedran are the single-player variety, as it's much easier to plan out a route and execute on it when someone isn't teabagging you every 57 seconds. But I dare to defy social norms, and today I'm going to come up with ways to speedrun a game like Team Fortress 2, and set the leaderboard ablaze with my name, because I'm the only one doing these speedruns. Now, veterans of the channel may know I made a similar video like this a long time ago, during a rough patch on my channel that I'm debatably still in. That video was just not good on multiple levels, which is why it's been banished to the Shadow Realm like many of my other past failures. But the initial nugget of the idea still has potential, so I'm resurrecting it to do it again, but better. If you haven't seen that video, and statistically speaking that should be the case and you're lucky, I established the rules of a TF2 every weapon percent speedrun that asks you to get a kill with every weapon in a certain class's pool as quickly as possible. Pretty simple, but I genuinely don't know what I was on about with some of these rules, such as saying community servers are fine to play on, or that you couldn't kill bind to swap your weapons. What? Please tell me, what the fuck was I on about? I'm just gonna rip up these rules and establish some new, fresh ones. So here are the rules for the stupid wizard soldier every weapon percent run. You must get 1 kill with every weapon that deals damage, excluding reskins. You can do whatever order you want, so feel free to lay out your preferred weapon order as you see fit in your splits. The timer starts when you have selected your class and the game has begun, and only pauses during loading screens, pre-game setup, and post-game humiliation. You cannot disconnect from your casual game. If it swaps maps, that's okay. You may killbind to swap weapons faster if you want or if it's needed. Run stops when your final kill has appeared on the kill feed, and there we go. I then proceed to do my first run of this, and instead of talking about it in depth since that would be boring and mostly just me flipping back and forth from this weapon was easy to get a kill with and this weapon was not easy to get a kill with, I'll talk about a few of the specific moments. The run starts strong with me getting the rocket launcher, shotgun, and shovel kills all relatively fast to each other, with a few rough spots on the cow mangler and panic attack, but that's mostly because I'm an idiot. Why did I choose to queue up for payload and not something like capture the flag or king of the hill, both of which would have made this run several times easier given the even playing field and smaller maps? I don't know, but that fact coupled with my inexperience with some of these weapons meant some took a lot longer than I'd like, but I recuperated the ego loss by landing a very solid market garden here. I got auto balance, suffered trying to get an escape plan kill, really struggled with the original because I kept getting distracted, and finally moved on to the Bison. Again, I really should have queued for a map with tighter halls or something. Bison is bad, but you can make it much easier by not playing on a map like First Stage Thunder Mountain with its luscious open spaces. But after 4 painful minutes of trying to push the cart while only utilizing a glorified laser pointer, I got my kill and would have ended at a respectable 25 minutes 30 seconds. Keep in mind I had to get a bunch of melee weapon kills and stuff, I'd say that's a respectable time on payload. But keyword in that previous sentence was would have ended, because that was not the last weapon. You see, I edited the footage this whole time to hide the final split because I wanted to dramatically reveal it myself. Now. Yeah, the man treads count. You can equip them, and they have a unique kill in the kill feed, so they're technically a weapon that deal damage. This was hands down the worst weapon to get a kill with. I would have gladly taken the 25-minute time. Granted, it could have been shaved down by a lot, but I was happy with it at the time, because I managed to get kills with terrible melees, and I used the Bison pretty effectively. But no, these fucked up boots stole away a whole 8 minutes from my time. But hey, I did it. I even managed to do it all within the same TF2 game, so that's something. But I'm not stopping there. There's more things we can speedrun TF2, right? Right? Like, oh yeah, getting to point. It's important for anyone on Red Team to get to the first point ASAP, so you can prepare for and subsequently die to the 87 Short Circuit Engineers. So fuck it, let's speedrun getting from red spawn to the first point on random payload maps. Pretty simple rules. Timer starts when you cross the threshold of the red spawn door, stops when you touch the card or blue spawn door, whichever works for you. This one's so easy to understand, I'm just gonna play a few of my best times on my favorite maps. This was kind of a fun challenge to do to see how quickly I could get from one point to the other. I generally found that Demo Knight and Soldier were the fastest for this, specifically Persian Persuader Knight and Man Treads Jumper Soldier, but I'm way more curious to see if people would want to improve these times at all. I think it's an interesting way to look at TF2's maps and movement. Of course, the logical next step would be the inverse of this, going as fast as you can from Blue's first spawn all the way to the last point on the payload map. Found this one to be a lot harder since some maps require you to go on a full-ass marathon to get all the way to last, and I also just suck at trimping. Barn Blitz specifically, it's a little too tight for effective rocket jumping and doesn't have enough ramps for trimping, but I know I could shave off more time if I tried. I just got bored easily. But I can't end it off like that. We need one more type of speedrun, something that captures the pure essence of being a TF2 player. But what? I got it. I know what every TF2 player experiences, and it's so easy, I'll get the top of the board for sure. Think I could hit a new PB.